WPPM-LP 106.5 FM motivational conversations that valuable like a gem. Anyone involved with Philly Cam is considered my fam to tune into the cable television network to see who I am. Better yet, I tell you, James Hatcher, Comcast Xfinity Channel 66 and 966 exclusively. And if you don't got that, you can tune in with Verizon. Files 29 and 30, that'll keep you vibing. Roku, Apple TV, even on demand. The name of the radio special is Food for Thought, and I'm the real host of it. Special guest joining me, your true covenant being with the Philly Cam. Your time is well spent. I welcome all attendees to this presentation of the televised FM radio special, Food for Thought, in which content co-creators, producers, and composers come together and extend their perspectives, interests, and experiences of interactions within the communities abroad through various forms of media. So, in this episode of the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought, the theme of the conversational topic is recollecting past and present accomplishments to navigate future predictability. There can possibly be two different paradigms of outcomes when it comes to the pursuance of accomplishing an objective. One paradigm can originate from the eternal contemplation of what is intended, and which in actuality is only a mental outset. The other paradigm can be initiated by the acknowledgement of details within the layout of the landscape and the utilities to be utilized within the environment to produce an outcome perceptively before it is solidified externally. Ultimately, the probability of outcome is supported by the consistency, compatibility, and authenticity of the individual's production. And that is the food for thought of this episode. Now we will take a short music intermission, then return to this presentation with the featured special guest.
Yes, this is Johnny MattMusic here at WPPM 106.5 FM radio. Here with James Hatcher and Allison. Shout out to them doing the Food for Thought show here. And I'm going to play a song called Where Did You Go? Saw you at the post office today. We're last in line. Wanted to say, hey, we're in a rush. Wait on your way. Where did you go? Where? Saw you at the Wawa parking lot. Smile at me and cross the light. Tried to see you needed a ride. I got caught by the red light. Where did you go? Light turned green and I started to go. Couldn't make the left turn cause I was too slow. By the time I crossed onto the street, you had gone, left me.
All right, so now we're back on WPPM-LP 106.5 FM. I'm the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher, the one and only. Okay, so that song was called Did You Go? And so joining me presently in this episode of the televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought is a composer whose expressive attribute and the music realm is validated by the responses of his audience. His words within the lyrical contents promoted by him signifies the common appreciation of experiences that others may also partake in. So without any further expectation, I invite this special guest to introduce himself.
Hi, James. I'm Johnny Matt.
Johnny Matt. I like that name. Sounds like a superhero name and everything. So it's a pleasure to have you here. So I have a couple of questions and inquiries just to get acquainted with you, and see the significance of who you are as a musician and everything. So I'm gonna start off with a slow pitch, and then we can get in more depth.
Okay.
All right. So, what is the title or genre do you identify the music that you produce?
I would say it's like multiple, genres. Most of my regular stuff is either like Christian pop, folk, but I have been open, to like all other different genres.
Mm-hmm. Christian pop. Okay. All right. So, do you consider yourself a self-taught artist with the musical inclination of sounds, or have you ever used the informative resources provided by an instructor who is also considered a seasoned musical artist for the purpose of enhancing a natural ability that you already have in making music? So are you like, self-taught, or have you had any instructor? And if you did, what did they help you to have that you already then had in you, but, added on to your abilities?
I think I would say yes and no. Yes, I had a teacher, for guitar, and I had a teacher, for singing, to learn, the basics and stuff like that. I had taught myself harmonica and keyboard and some later on.
Okay, so what instrument do you like to play the most?
I would say the guitar.
Okay, so are you self-taught with the guitar? Like, how did the instructor help you to develop an ear for that? Or did you already have a natural sound and a natural ear for it?
I had a camp counselor who taught me a few chords, and then I ended up taking lessons for about a year and a half to 2 years after to learn the basics.
Okay. All right. So do you think the kind of atmosphere that a songwriter writes in more than likely influences the type of content that they write? If so, how?
Yes, it depends. You could have a noisy atmosphere or a quiet atmosphere, and either one, it's like one could, bring something different, if it's more loud and more distracting as opposed to, being more quiet and whatever around you.
Okay, so what kind of environment that you prefer to stimulate your creative mode to write, and how does that specific environment inspires you to compose music?
I would say probably, like a quiet, peaceful environment, like, the mountains or the beach or something like that. That just kind of like clears you, help you to relax.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of environment, it inspires you to write certain type of content, or?
Yes, it kind of, helps me, because it's like, there's like no distractions. It's like peaceful.
Mm-hmm. All right. So when composing a song, do you tend to create a melody with instruments and then write the lyrics according to the sound of the melodic tune? Or is it more efficient to first write the lyrics with no musical background and then make the melody according to the content of the lyrics? Which technique is more beneficial for you, and why?
I would say lyrics, because I actually started in middle school writing short stories and poetry before I actually got into, writing songs and music. And I mean, I do some melody here and there, but most of the time I'm writing, lots of lyrics. I have like lots of songs in Google Docs that, I haven't, even added, any melody
So
to it.
what grade did you start writing in?
Middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
And what inspired you to start writing in middle school?
I just kind of, liked, like was interested, in like reading different stories and writing poems and stuff like that. Like English, was, like one of my favorite subjects.
Okay. So do you write outside of just lyrics, like on your, day-to-day activities? Like, do you take the time to write it, more than lyrics? Do you write anything else outside? Do you do journal, or what else do you do?
Yeah, like sometimes,
writing?
I'll write down, like ideas. Like I have like a song title. I might write down, or I might write down like ideas for a song or a couple like lyrics or poem or something.
Okay. I guess we can get into a song then.
Good.
All right. So, what song would you like to introduce?
Really Need You. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna get into the song "Really Need You," and all you really need to do is stay tuned in to WPPM-LP 106.5 FM, the televised FM radio special titled "Food for Thought," and we will return after these messages.
Hi, this is Johnny Matt, coming to you from WPPM 106.5 Food for Thought with James Hatcher and Allison. And I'm going to play a song called Really Need You. Splattered my brain. I think I'm going insane. I think I really messed up. I think I screwed up. What I really did to you makes me very sorry. Can you forgive me today? Can we get back together? I really need you. I really need you today. Spin, splattered my brain. I think I'm going insane. I think I really messed up. I think I screwed up. What I really did to you makes me very sorry. Can you forgive me today? What I really said was really, really stupid. Can I take back the words I say? Can we get back together? I really need you. I really need you today. Spin, splattered my brain. I think I'm going insane. I really messed up. I think I screwed up. What I really did to you makes me very sorry. Can you forgive me today? Can we get back together? I really need you. I really need you today. I really need you today. Need you today.
All right, so we're back with the special guest, Johnny Matt. It's good to have you here, Johnny. All right, so is there another genre of music that you may hear that inspires you to pursue a different approach to your lyrical content, like considering exploring new sounds or instruments? What is the reason why other genres may appeal to you or your style of music?
Yeah, there are like other ones, it's like that I haven't really been interested in before, like as far as like country, some pop. I never really did country, but then I started writing,
Really?
with other songwriters.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of Americana,
Okay.
CCM.
Okay. So the songwriters that you started working with, what genres are they producing?
Majority of the group that I'm in is country, but they do other stuff too.
Now I heard you mention pop. So have you tried to start doing pop? Have you considered it, or is it just like lingering in your
I have
head?
I have done some of my songs are kind of pop,
Okay.
like a pop folk rock type thing.
All right. So I guess so. How do you feel about the compatibility of combining the different genres?
Good, yeah. I always like trying to experiment or listen to other genres and try to
Long as it stays in the language that you speak, right?
Yeah, I even did I did one hip hop song or whatever
Oh yeah.
that I never really like
How that
recorded or anything like that.
really? So how you know if you get a positive feedback, you got to record it.
Yeah.
How did it sound to you?
Oh, it sounded okay. It was like done years ago.
Okay.
But I'm actually thinking about kind of redoing it. I have
Well,
to
now
rewrite the
I'm
lyrics.
interested. I'm interested in hearing it. So yeah, let's try to make that happen. All right. So as a certain sound of music can make an influential impression on a listener, why could it be important for a listener to be able to identify the personality of a musician or producer that they would be listening to, even if the individual would never meet the artist?
Because it's like even with like artists and stuff, like I know it's like to like learn their personality or maybe like find a connection. Like they might like a certain type of food or like a certain type of movie. They might have a certain type of background, morals, religious values, or political views. And that might draw you into that artist. Because it's like, oh, it's like he was this way. He has this, moral values. He likes this,
Right. And to me, I think, to know the importance of, identifying the personality of the musician or the artist, it basically lets you know, like, who's in our community and what type of effects and influences they have in it. So it's kind of easier to navigate, what's in our environment. So, okay, so being that you're part of a collective species that has the capacity to acknowledge their purpose in life, what is one major influence, whether it is an event, a relationship with another individual, or just a recreation outside of composing music, that compels and inspires you to write music the most?
I'd say, like fans and people and family, good friends.
Reminds you of the commonality of not being alone.
Yeah, having somebody else there. Yeah.
Yeah, just to reflect on you being there and having a purpose of existence. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we can get into another song.
Yeah.
All right, so what song would you like to get into?
It's called "Be With You."
All right, so we would like to be with you in this song, listening to Be With You on WPPM-LP 106.5 FM, and we will return.
This next song is "Be With You." I saw you across the room. You caught my eye. She's in your short white skirt. You're sipping your red wine. I was running out of time. Walk up and say to you, every night, hold you close and tight, tell you that I love you, I kiss you everywhere, make sweet love to you, hope you do too, hope you do too. Heart was pounding fast, anxiety was high, I was feeling really shy, afraid to talk to you. Wanna kiss you every night, hold you close and tight, tell you that I love you. Wanna kiss you everywhere, make sweet love to you. Hope you do too, hope you do too. I wanna be with you. I finally got the nerve, started walking towards you. Then another guy reached and kissed you. My heart broke in two. I wanna kiss you every night, hold you close and tight, tell you that I love you. I wanna kiss you everywhere, make sweet love to you. Hope you do too, hope you do too. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna be with you.
All right, so if you stayed with us and we are back with you, we just listened to the song Be With You on WPPM-LP 106.5 FM with special guest Johnny Matt. I'm the host that goes by the name of James Hatcher. I almost called myself Johnny, but I'm James and that's Johnny over there. All right, so Johnny, do you ever tend to travel outside of your city and state of residence to perform? If so, what are the differences and what are the similarities between performing locally in a city or town of your residency and performing in a different city or state that makes a lasting impression to remember, and for you to share with others to broaden their perspective as to how to perceive the worlds that they may not yet consider?
Yes, James, I do travel, maybe about like once or twice a year. I'll travel down to Nashville and do like a songwriters rounds, or I'll go there for songwriting workshops or events. I have some friends down there.
So is it a different environment down there, to perform at?
Yes, it is, because there's a lot of more, people open, like original music.
Original music.
Yeah.
And that sticks out different than the environment that you may reside in?
As opposed to here, it's
really?
like, they don't have, there's not a lot of like places for like original music here, except for like downtown and stuff like that.
You mean to perform?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I might have to take a trip down there. I think I've traveled down there before one time, but I never went down there for that reason. All right.
Okay.
So which type of appearance do you prefer? Showing up during street performances, open mics, or commercial public venues like festivals where you are advertised and promoted by the establishers of the venues and events? And what is the networking like for you in any of those settings?
I actually like, open mics and maybe like the festivals. Mm-hmm. Open mics are a good way to go and like try out new music and get to see, get feedback on what you do if you had a new song or something like that. also, festivals and stuff like that. They already have the people there already, so they're already promoting for the event and stuff like that. So,
Okay. So what's the difference? Have you ever did like this? What is the difference to you between like the street performance? Isn't that like an open mic in a sense? I mean, you're
I
out
guess
in
I
the
would say
open.
I never really did like
You're
a
out in
street
the open.
performance. Yeah.
You're out in the open with a mic.
Although
That's like an open mic.
I have, sat, like on the boardwalk and played before. It's like, but I never like basically like just been out like on the street and just kind of played.
You've been you said you did the boardwalk, right?
Yes.
So, was it an event or was it like, you just went out there and just said, all right, I'm going to decide to just perform, and just went out there and performed out there? And
I just kind of sat and, just brought my guitar and, I was just playing, some songs. And like.
So what was the vibration? What is the vibration like if you did something like that compared to like just going to like a public venue that's already set up for you? Which one do you feel comfortable doing, and why?
I would say, a public venue, because more people are there to actually, see or watch you. Especially as far as, than, people just like walking by or.
So, okay, I can understand that, because at a music venue, you know the type of people that's going to be there, the type of crowd that's there, compared to just going out into like, just randomly, at a location and just setting up and everything, and like some of the people may not even be, planning on hearing you. But to me, as a musician, I feel like, anywhere is good, as long as you have the boldness to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your respect. You're gonna, you're gonna earn, fans that you don't even expect. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with a music festival or music venue, you already know that, you're going to perform with other musicians. You know the crowd there, they're going to be tending to listen to music as well. But, with an open mic and stuff like that, you can catch the crowd off guard. You know what I'm saying? And maybe build a regular location. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, with a set up music venue, I know for me, sometimes, and I tend not to try to have that type of mentality, but the mentality of like other artists might have the mentality or just that vibration that they're in there for competition, instead of just going there to perform and, just bringing that good vibration to the audience and present themselves in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look like. That's what I see. If I was to be like a musician, and it takes kind of a different type of boldness. To me, it does take boldness to do both. I don't care who you are. You could be the number one. I don't know who would be the number one musician or artist in the world, but even like the number one musician in the world, and I don't like to name, certain individuals, but like a big, iconic musician, even so, you know what I'm saying, it got to be some type of nervousness, because unexpected occurrences do happen. If you're not nervous about the crowd, you might be nervous about the equipment. You might be like, well, dang, I just hope when I get on stage, no lights.
Well, you don't know what's going to go wrong.
Yeah, not light fixtures or fall or, you know what I'm saying, or some chord, you know what I'm saying? And that draws a type of vibration. So I think that some artists and some musicians, I have to, give them, a lot of a lot of respect for even being, bold enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because in actuality, to me, I go to a lot of different. I go to certain events, a lot of events, I get invited to, but I don't go to. But the events I do go to, I still have a balanced mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just go in there and be at ease. And then a lot of places I go, because I'm an illustrative artist as well. So, when I'm not, dealing, with radio and, making presentations, then I'm working on art. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on art for myself. And then I'm also working, doing art projects with a major art organization, like painting murals on the side of the wall and stuff like that. But the time that I have for myself to do, like, my personal art, I always have to have a balanced mind. Like, I have to be calm, relaxed, because I know when I go out there, the love I have for doing what I do has to balance out with me, pondering on what type of audience or what type of crowd I'm going to be in front of to present, my art. Even though, privately, I already know my art's off the chain because of my thoughts. I always come up with a lot of ideas, but just to know that I'm going into a crowd, an unpredictable crowd, with a bunch of people that might have different types of mentality. I have to balance it out with, I try not to think about, what type of audience that, I'm presenting myself to, because that's important. As musicians, as artists, composers, we don't just do it for ourselves. We do it because it's a way that we express, our inner selves. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to feel like they're alone. That's why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if, like, sometimes, like, I wish I was on the side of the mountain somewhere. Sometimes I feel like being on the side of the mountain somewhere in the Southwest with just a canvas and just painting, watching the sunset. Or just, with a instrumental playing, my music, beating my drums, playing my keyboards, looking at the stars, being with nature. You know what I'm saying? Having some type of animal run by I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know that after a while, I will have that inkling to at least have, more than one or two person that'll just walk by to, listen to my music. Yeah. Now, I'm not a big crowd individual, although right now, I might be in the city or whatever like that. But we need that as musicians, as artists and stuff like that. So we can get into another song.
Okay.
All right, so what song would you like to introduce?
How about Jenny?
All right, Jenny, if you're out there listening, we got this song for you. I know it's a lot of Jennies out there, so the song's for not only the listeners of this televised FM radio special, Food for Thought, but this song, Jenny, is dedicated to all the Jennies in the world by yours truly, Johnny Matt, and we will return.
All right. I'm Johnny Matt. We're here at WPPM 106.5 FM with Allison and James Hatcher doing the Food for Thought. And I'm going to do a song here called Jenny. Morning walks on the beach, how the sand fell down to her feet, walking hand in hand on the boardwalk. The morning walks on the beach, how the sand fell down at her feet, walking hand in hand on the boardwalk. Jenny, Jenny, I miss you. I wish I had been so true. I made such a bad mistake. Now my heart just aches. Jenny, I don't know what to do. I think I'm falling in love with you. I was out late last night. Came home and we had a fight. Smelled her perfume and locked the door to our bedroom. Jenny, Jenny, I miss you. I wish I had been so true. I made such a bad mistake. Now my heart just aches. Jenny, I don't know what to do. I think I'm falling in love with you. Packed your bags up the next day. Left them went your own way. Left me standing there at the door, feet glued to the floor. Jenny, Jenny, I miss you. I wish I had been so true. I made such a bad mistake. Now my heart just aches. Jenny, I don't know what to do. I'm going crazy for you.
All right, so we're back on WPPM-LP 106.5 FM. We just heard the song Jenny. We don't know which Jenny he's talking about, but the real Jenny she knows and everything like that with Johnny MattMusic. All right, Johnny. So what are the kind of opportunities do you look for in order to determine these specific type of venues that's worthy to make an appearance?
I'd say maybe the atmosphere, the vendor itself, the management, the people and stuff like that, how they, treat, the artist and the person there, staff.
Do you like to go to venues indoors or outdoors the most, and why?
I guess it would depend on the weather. If it's like nice out, I'd rather be sitting outside, like on a deck, listening to music. But otherwise, like when it's like colder, be inside.
Now you mentioned earlier Tennessee, right? Nashville. Yes. How's the weather down there, and when do you go down there?
It depends. Sometimes I didn't get a chance. I would normally either go in March or like September or October for songwriting events.
Okay. All right. So for any aspiring music artists or producers, can you suggest when attending an entertainment event, what is an important asset that a music composer or producer should have other than a physical music audio, such as a compact disc, a flash drive with music audio, or the presentation of the music audio online platform that will connect them to the proper promoter or network that can give them an opportunity beyond the on-stage performance?
I could say like business cards, social media, flyers,
Okay. Do you so is that's what you bring, right? All right. So is there anything outside of your music that you tie in with your music that you promote and bring to these venues as well?
As far as you mean, like in
So you write music, you're a composer and stuff like that. So is there anything that you bring along with you that's outside of just doing music that you also promote with your music at these venues?
um, yes, I am actually a writer, and I just put out a book called "Words in My Head," a
Okay.
poetry book that's just out recently released.
Really? All right. So what is the book contain?
It's a list of a bunch of poems that I accumulated.
All right. So what is the name of the book and what does it contain? Like what is it about? Can I see?
It's called "Words in My Head."
Okay. So show the. Let me see.
Right here.
Okay. Let me see.
There's a sample
Okay.
copy right here.
Oh wow. All right. And this is a poem, right? Or
It's a
what
list
kind of
of
book?
a bunch of different poems.
All right. So how long is the poem? How
Uh,
long are they?
it varies on each one. Each one's
So pick
different.
pick
Yeah.
one so I can know like what where your head's at.
Um,
And the name of the book is what?
it's called "Words in My Head."
Okay, so let me see let me hear what's in your head real quick. Do you
Oh, you
got
want
like
me
a
to
short?
read one?
Yeah, if you got a short like 30-second poem or something like that, give me a good one.
I'll read the first one in here about Andrea.
Okay.
You came into my life, made every day so bright. I love you more each day in many ways. You always make me smile, and my heart race a mile. Even when we fight, we always make things right. You are always there for me, even when we disagree. You are the best thing in my life. I am so glad you are my wife. On this special day, I have no other words to say, except I love you, dear, as we celebrate another year.
Oh, that is beautiful. Matter of fact, I think a lot of individuals that's about to get married need to have that poem when they exchange
Yeah.
rings. That's a beautiful, beautiful poem. I love it and everything like that. I got to clap for you
Thank
on
you,
that one.
James.
Yeah, I really like that. And what's the name of that poem?
It was called Andrea.
Andrea. Okay. All right. Well, I'll make sure when I get married, I
Mm.
might, throw in that poem, but I'm not going to mention Andrea because her name ain't going to be Andrea, I'm sure,
Oh, okay.
and everything. All right. So, in a scenario in which you had an opportunity to start a business servicing the community that is not music, entertainment, or social media based, what, other than being a book author, what other business would you start and how would you incorporate your music in the promotion of that business?
James, I would probably say, something, for helping, I always, like to help out people,
Mm-hmm.
for like either helping, homeless or individuals, that don't have food or clothing or something like that there.
Okay.
And I could add, music into it, it's like as giving them some sort of, like
I could see that.
entertainment or something like that too.
I could see that. That is a great idea.
Yeah.
I could actually see you doing that. With the type of mannerism that you have. I could actually see. I don't know if you meant like with a truck, but I could actually see like a food. You might have to jump on that before anybody else listen to that, and then you be like, "That was my
Oh,
idea."
okay.
I would hate that, but I could actually see you like with the music truck. Maybe have it like on one side of the music truck and then on the other side of stage or whatever like that. Park it somewhere and have them
I never
say,
really thought of how to do it, It was like, I don't know.
we might have to talk about that outside of this show and everything like that and everything. But that would be a very powerful investment because throughout the city and stuff like that, you might see other organizations already doing that kind of. They got the table
Yeah.
set out and they got the music playing out their car, but like the live music and stuff like that, that'd be that's something new. That is something
I
new
know
and
they do
different.
that in hospitals. Some places, they have a certain, type of music, they'll come in. If somebody wants, like some music therapy or something, somebody will come in and play them a song or play something. Or
Well, that's the reason why musicians are one of the most influential individuals in society, because we're the ones who actually can heal. Like a lot of individuals, heal through music. Music can heal. So that's why we got to be very mindful. And that goes back to the question where I asked, how important is it for an individual to pay attention to the specific type of music artist and their personality because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It does affect, emotions and stuff like that. But that idea, you might want to keep that in mind and stuff like that. And I encourage and, I also support anybody that can take an idea, a good idea, and go and pursue for it. All right? So, as a music artist or composer promotes their content to the public within the world of entertainment, what is your perspective on the best way overall that a musician or music producer can preserve their originality and authenticity without comparing themselves to how others perform?
I'd say, just from the heart, it's like, right, that's like me, right? Your stuff from the heart, from your experiences, from what you see, through other people.
Okay, great answer. All right, from all the musical works that you have composed in your experience of making music, what song of yours that not only deemed as one of your favorites, not your favorite, but as one of your favorite songs to perform and listen to, but it is a continual inspiration for you to be reminded of your purpose of you sharing this message?
I would say Smarty Jones is my most streamed song, and
Okay.
It's because it's about a horse, when he tried, and he won the Kentucky Derby, he won the Preakness, but he didn't, make it, all the way. But it still has, that positive attitude towards it, and it still stayed positive through it. So
And
it was upbeat. A lot of people like that song, and a lot of people request that song.
And Smarty Jones was the horse?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so the horse wouldn't know anyway if he won, or he wouldn't even care. It'd be the rider.
No, I think, he's...
Yeah. All right, so I guess for anyone who would like to add your musical content to their playlist, where can they go to obtain your music, and how can anyone that would like to book you to perform at a public event contact you?
They could go to my website, johnnymattmusic.org. On social media, I'm always Johnny Matt Music. On streaming platforms, I'm under my real name.
Okay.
John Matthews.
Okay. Well, it was a pleasure to have you here, Johnny, Matt.
All right, thank
and
you,
everything
James,
like
man.
that. So we're going to close out on this televised FM radio special titled Food for Thought. I'm the host that goes by the one and only James Hatcher. You can, reach out to me on my Facebook, which is James Hatcher. Make sure you check out previous content of Food for Thought on the phillycam.org website. You could just type in, Food for Thought in the search. Check your scheduling for the live stream as well. Both listen and watch. The book, Food for Thought, Literary Concept of Theoretical Reasoning, based and inspired on the motivational conversations and the upbringing of our communities involved and everything. And until you reach your next destination, take care of yourself and have a good one.
Hi, this is Johnny Matt, coming to you from WPPM 106.5 FM. And I'm here with James Hatcher and Allison, and we're doing the Food for Thought. And this is my last song of the night called Help Me Find My Way. I feel lost and confused, shepherd lost his sheep. I need someone to see. Help me find my way home. Feeling lost today. Show me the way. Help me find my way. I'm feeling lost today. Show me the way. Had to see a stream to figure out what's wrong with me. Help me with my life so I can be alright. Help me find my way. I'm feeling lost today. Show me the way. Help me find my way. I'm feeling lost today. Show me the way. I wish you understand what I'm going through. My world is spinning around. I'm really upside down. Help me find my way. I'm feeling lost today. Show me the way. Help me find my way. I'm feeling lost today. Show me the way. Help me find my way. Feeling lost today. Don't know what to do.